Hey gang, Bill Storm here with you with Team Tony Robbins. Title of today's video is Quit Trying Harder. I've got a great story to be able to share with you about this. And I really want to focus on this. There is a big movement of people that are all about, hustle and grind, right? It's the hustle and grind movement. Work harder, get up early, stay late, outwork everybody else. That's absolute garbage, guys. If you've been around for a long time, that's just the quickest way to crash and burn. It's the quickest way to ruin your relationships. And basically what it comes down to is you're just so one-sided, right, that you don't have any real balance in your life, which isn't success, right? And the only way to really learn that is through wisdom, right? To be around long enough to know that that's just not sustainable, okay? So here's the story. Back in 2001, I decided that I wanted to run a marathon, okay? That's 26.2 miles, folks, okay? And the marathon that I wanted to run was in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So if you know me, right, you know that when I decide to do something, I go all in, right? I read every book on the subject. I did all the training runs. I joined a group. I did the long runs on the weekend. I did everything exactly like I was supposed to, except for on race day, okay? So on race day, I decided to ignore all of the warnings that if you went out too fast, you would hit the wall. Well, I didn't know what hitting the wall was. I didn't know what that felt like because I had never hit it before. So I got caught up in the excitement, right? Everybody took off from the start line, and I was kind of just sucked into this wave of people running, and I started out way too fast. Well, sure enough, I got about halfway through this marathon, and I said, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. I could feel what that wall was. My legs felt like concrete. I could barely move them, right? Now, I'm pig-headed, right? And I decided I'm going to grind through this. I'm going to do this. I'm just going to tough it out. I'm going to make it through. So I kept going, and I got to about 20 miles, and I swear I wanted to cry. I mean, it just was so painful. I got to the point where I was like walking and running, and I ended up doing a lot more walking than running. And the time that I finished, I did finish, right? I did finish just because I'm not a quitter, right? I did finish, but the time that I came in was like an hour later than the goal that I had for myself. So I was so disappointed. So being completely disgusted with myself, I decided I'd run another one 6 months later. And this second one that I decided to run was in Burlington, Vermont. So this time I decided, you know what? You learned your lesson, Bill. This time we're not going to grind it out. This time we're going to do it the smart way, right? So what I did is I bought a heart rate monitor, and I wore that through all my training sessions. And what I was trying to do is I was trying to find what my threshold was where the lactic acid wouldn't start building up in my legs, because what the instruction said was that if you'll just run like that for the first 18 miles, if you'll just run with a heart rate monitor and not exceed that number, then the last 8.2 miles you should feel really fresh and you should be able to pick it up and finish strong. Well, I decided to do exactly that. And it was hard. It was very hard on the ego because a lot of the people that I trained with, they were way, way out ahead of me. And I could see them. There was actually a turnaround spot in the marathon, and I could see how far they were ahead of me. But I said, no, you know what? I'm going to stick to the plan. I'm going to do this smarter. I'm going to stick to the plan. Well, sure enough, by the time I got to about 18 miles, I started to pass those people, and I did. I felt absolutely amazing. And the end result was I ended up finishing 44 minutes faster than I had in my first one, and that was only 6 months later. And not only that, I felt absolutely fantastic, okay? So here's the lesson in this, right? If you want to make a quantum leap forward in any area of your life, quit thinking about trying harder, right? More effort just isn't the answer. So guys, if you really enjoyed today's message, I'd like to invite you to my free Facebook group where I host live training workshops every single week to give you deeper insights into Tony Robbins' work and empower you to create the kind of life you want, need, and deserve. And you'll find the link to that Facebook group on my website, billstorm.com. Again, it's absolutely free. All you have to do is go and click on that and join us. So thank you so much. Looking forward to seeing you next time.